The term timeless clothing gets thrown around a lot online, and it's kind of become a trend in itself, which is kind of ironic. And I'm guilty of banging on about it on this channel, but I'm starting to think that it doesn't actually exist. At least not in the way we think it does anyway. And this topic's been on my mind quite a bit recently, so I thought I'd make a video about it and have a chat to you guys about it. And don't get me wrong, it's not been keeping me up at night. I've been knocking back cups of Horlicks to help with that, but it's just been in the back of my mind. And I recently asked you guys in a video which items you think are truly timeless, and I got a load of replies, so it seems to be a topic that you guys are interested in too. So hopefully you enjoy this one. We're often sold the idea that timeless clothing will never go out of style, and it will always be relevant regardless of current trends. And the word timeless has become a bit of a buzzword in the marketing world, but what items are considered timeless? So here's a list of some of the items that I often see mentioned whenever anyone talks about timeless clothing, and although I agree these items are all timeless in concept, I've got a bit of a problem with the whole timeless thing. And some of you might be thinking, oh, of course he does, he's always got a problem with everything, but let me explain. We talk about timeless clothing like it's immune to trends, but what if it actually mirrors them? So let's go back to that list of timeless items again, and again, I think the overall items in this list are timeless in concept, but the fit can easily date them, and the fit is always involved. So it says a pair of dark wash jeans, for example, but what type? Should they be a slim fit, a tapered fit, or a wide fit? I think most of us today would say a regular straight cut is the most timeless cut you can get, but our idea of what a regular straight cut is shaped by current trends. But I want you to think back to 2012, where skinny jeans were all the rage, back in the good old days. That was also the year of Gangnam Style, and it was also the year the world was supposed to end according to the Mayan calendar. It's a good job it didn't though, otherwise you wouldn't be here tucking into this extremely important topic of timeless fashion with me now. But anyway, if you'd have asked someone back then what the most timeless cut was, they probably would have said a slim fit. But those same slim jeans that they were saying were timeless back then would look far too skinny to us now. And take today's regular straight cut, back then they would have listed those as a baggy jean, and definitely not timeless at all. So I think our idea of what's timeless shifts to whatever looks most neutral at the time. And I remember when I first stopped wearing skinny jeans, the jeans that I tried on that weren't skinny felt massive to me. But if I look back at those same jeans now, they still look like skinny jeans. I honestly thought that these were a bit of a relaxed fit at the time because I just switched from spray-on skinnies, but to me now these still look pretty much like spray-on skinnies. And this pair, back in about 2015 or 16 or whenever it was, I thought these were so baggy that I was nervous to wear them out the house. I should have been nervous for different reasons because they look horrendous, but I definitely don't think they look baggy now. My point is, our perception of what's timeless seems to change with the trends. So can something be truly timeless if it mirrors trends? Also, have a look at this basic white tee from the classic British brand Sunspell. Now, some of you would say that this t-shirt looks far too long, but this t-shirt is often labelled as being a classic, regular fitting t-shirt with a timeless fit. Even the model thinks it looks too long, he's trying to make it look shorter. But I think it's because of the crop trend that's going on right now that a lot of us see this t-shirt as being too long. Some of you might think that this t-shirt has a timeless fit, but go back to 2012, a lot of people would have said that this was too short. And I'm not here to say that one is better than the other, it all comes down to personal preference at the end of the day, but I thought it was an interesting thing to point out. And don't get me wrong, I still love this t-shirt from Sunspell, it's one of my favourites, but if I wear it these days, I always wear it tucked in, because it's too long for me, but it wasn't always. Then you've got the denim jacket, which is always considered a timeless item, and while I don't think denim jackets go in and out of style as a whole, the fit of them definitely does. But yeah, the Type 1 denim jacket came out in the early 1900s, which had a crop fit with a cinch at the back. Then came the Type 2 in the 1950s, which was still cropped, and then the Type 3 came about in the late 1960s, which was slimmer and longer fitting. So I'm just sat on the floor for a change of scene. I'm not sure what it looks like. If it looks disgusting in the edit, you won't be seeing it again. But anyway, if you'd have picked up a timeless denim jacket back in 2012, it might have been a Type 3, because that was the most popular model back then. But fast forward to the present day, with the whole crop trend in full swing, the Type 3 might be too long for a lot of you, and the more timeless option might be the Type 1 or the Type 2. My point is, the timeless option can change with the trends. So what can you do? Well, I'll talk about that in just a second, but I want to talk about the classic James Dean fit first. And this outfit really does seem to be timeless, because if it wasn't in black and white, you probably wouldn't know when this photo was taken. But then again, in the early 2000s, if you tucked your t-shirt in like this, it was often seen as being really old-fashioned and something only your nerdy teacher would do. So I don't know, what do you think? And if we really want to take things to the extreme, let's go back to the medieval days and have a look at the style back then. This was probably considered timeless back then. I wouldn't know for sure because I wasn't there, but history seems to say so. But if you strutted your stuff down the high street in this today, I think you'd definitely get some funny looks, or people would assume that you're in reenactment gear. So not timeless, is it? To be honest, I don't think they were worrying about what's timeless back then. They were probably just worried about getting a spear in the head. All jokes aside though, if you can even call that a joke, what's not a joke is if you're enjoying this video so far, please do leave it a like and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you very much. I've also been hearing that after people have subscribed to the channel, they're starting to enjoy the smaller things in life. I know I've said it a lot on the channel, but in my opinion, the only thing that's truly timeless for everyone is personal style. If your style genuinely reflects who you are, it will always look natural and relevant no matter what the trends are doing. So instead of only buying clothing that's listed as timeless, maybe a better approach would be to buy the clothing that you think will be timeless for you. And if that is the clothing that's listed as timeless, then go for it. But if not, leave it alone. I think we can get so caught up in trying to build the perfect timeless wardrobe that we end up with clothing that doesn't really reflect who we are. And don't get me wrong, I'm still trying to buy with intention and longevity in mind, but if we lean into who we are, I think you're going to end up with clothing that's going to last a lot longer in your wardrobe. And I don't mean it's just going to be sat there collecting dust, I mean you're going to wear it for longer as well. Also, let's not forget that our bodies change over time, our lives change, and sometimes we just go off things, and that's okay. Nothing's guaranteed to be timeless for you, no matter what that item is, so the best thing you can do is do what feels right for you right now. But yeah, as you can tell, I've been thinking about this whole thing very differently recently, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you think I'm talking a load of rubbish? Let me know. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, he's overthinking this massively, and you'd be right. Overthinking is what I do best, and without Horlicks knocking that back every night, I get no sleep. And by the way, this is not an ad for Horlicks, I just want to make that very clear. It's just a really bad ongoing joke on the channel. But anyway, back to the video. Oh, and I also want to address the whole underwear argument in my previous video. When I asked you in that video which items you think are truly timeless for everyone, a lot of you said underwear. Even underwear's changed with the times, so even that's not timeless. And also, try telling that to someone who likes to go commando. If you're still watching this video at this point, then you either forgot it was playing, or your phone's too far away to reach to stop it. But I'll stop it for you now. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button over and over again. Until next week, I will see you then. See you later.